Hello chat boxes out there, I hope you've all had a great day today. This morning I was having a really good hair day, but as the day went on my hair just has gone nuts and I'm just having such a bad head at the moment. So sorry if I look like a mess like my life. Only kidding, I'm fine. I'm just a bit tired, it's just been a long week. First week back of workplace and I've been here, down, everywhere. And yeah, I got ready for the day ahead, had some taste of cup of tea. My dad and older sister were at work and my older sister is going to school camp with her class next week, so she's been sorting that stuff out. My older brother's in uni, and my younger brother was at college, but my younger sister wasn't. And I got myself ready for workplace and got my bag of stuff ready, and then my mum dropped me off to workplace and I got signed and put my bag of stuff away, and I wrote a card for one of my colleagues, George, who's off to Cuba next week and not back till the 20th, which means he'll be back just a few days before my birthday, and I'm there till the 28th of June and I'm finished. And I found out from one of my colleagues that because they're selling a load of the stores off in the garden centre, they're not employing people at the moment, so it's not very likely that I'll get a job there, which is a bit heartbreaking really because I love it there. The staff are so great. I love the unexpectedness of it all, like turning out and not knowing what I'm going to be doing next, and I have just fitted in so well there. So has been really a bit of a down mood, but like my mum said, don't get too upset. There's plenty of jobs out there, and I can keep an eye out and just make and keep an eye, and then when there is a job that comes up, I can then apply for that. There's plenty of other garden centres out there, but it's just I really felt settled there. So yeah, I was out doing some more picking up of the weeds and the dead flower heads and the moss off all of the plants. Didn't have a coat because my mum said the weather said that it was going to be sunny, so I just had my work shirt and my shorts on, and it began to rain. So I went and borrowed one of the work coats and used that and did some more picking up of the weeds and moss and stuff. Then it was my lunch break and I went off to lunch and I had my lunch in the staff room and chatted with the colleagues, and we had a nice catch up, and I said about how my half term was to one of the colleagues that wasn't in yesterday when I was in, and I texted my mum just to see how my dad was because he's got a bad foot at the moment, and I went onto my Facebook and Instagram, touched on my mates on Facebook, and just told them how my day was going at workplace when, and asked about how theirs were going too. Then I was back out picking up some more of the dead flower heads, souping up, and the bucket I had all the moss and dead flower heads and weeds and stuff in vanished. The disappearance of the bucket, so I had to go get another bucket and then carry on picking up all the weeds and dead flower heads and the moss and stuff. And I did that for the last few days because it's a very important job. Got to get all the plants and stuff nice and tidy and looking nice and presentable. Helped a couple find where the hedgerows were, and then another person find out where certain flowers. And so I've got really good at knowing where certain things are, and I jotted down all the things that I'd learned and all the things that I'd done in a little notepad to show my work placement coach when he comes tomorrow. And I'll tell my work placement coach about them saying about because of the selling of certain shops in the garden centre that they're not employing at the moment, but doesn't mean that it won't be in the future. So hopefully, in a few months' time, I could hopefully get a job there. There's a lady that my course leader said about who's going to help us, like with interview techniques and help us for jobs and stuff. So yeah, I'll still it's locally, so I'll still be able to go out there and see some of the colleagues at times, and hopefully in the future I could get a job up there. We don't know for sure yet if I haven't got a job there yet because I'll find out probably on the last week. But I'm not getting my hopes up because I don't want to get my hopes up and then have them smashed. And that's why I didn't want to enjoy it too much because if I did and then didn't get it, I would be heartbroken. But I'm just going to enjoy it while it lasts and see where it takes me. Fingers crossed that I do get a job there. Even if it's just one day, I'm not fussed. I just really love doing placement there and would love to get a job there. So we just have to wait and see, wait out, see what happens. And I gave my colleague his card and we had a good chat because he's off to Cuba next week. I can't speak today. It's one of those weeks where I've just all coming out in gobbledygook. I've been super clumsy today. It's just Thursday madness nearing the end of the week and it just all goes to pot. I then went off and I had a bit of a sit down because my knee was hurting a bit, and I chatted to my colleague George, who was on his lunch break, and just said how my week had been so far. And I can't believe how fast it's gone. I've been there for 4 months, and my time is nearly up. And yeah, I'm going to miss it dearly, but as one page shuts, another chapter starts. So we just have to see where it takes me. And then I went out and did some more flower picking and was chatting to my colleague who then said about the selling of the selling shops, who said about how they're not employing at the moment. At the moment doesn't mean they're not employing at all. So hopefully in a few months' time, I could see something. But yeah, I just have to keep an eye out and hope for the best. And then my mum hit me up. I got my bag of stuff ready and signed out, and then I got home and I put my bag of stuff in and I got changed. My dad's out and his foot's feeling a lot better, and I went onto my Facebook Twitter, and Twitter was saying there's overcapacity. Like, what the hell is that? Don't get there with Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, so I didn't know why it's saying that. And I was on there, probably one of the first people on Twitter, and I was tweeting fine, and it just won't let me tweet or do anything, so I've left that for a bit because it was doing my head in. Tied my office up, and then I sent my younger sister a photo on Facebook, on her Facebook Messenger, and mine a photo of a cake that looked like a library. She loves books, and so she was being a bit of a slob, like sloth thing, like led on the sofa, not moving. So and she said, "Oh, so I'll go get your phone for you." So I went and got her phone and got up on her phone, and she just kicked. I was like, "That's an invasion of my privacy," blah blah, talking all this crap, and just being an idiot. And then I had to apologise, and I said I'd done nothing wrong. All I did was get the photo up, and I said I'm gonna ask. I've got a photo to show you. So it's like I did it without asking or anything, and she's just been so annoying, and she kept on giving me like evil and being a bit of a butt munch. She's up in her room now, just being a bit of a moody mare. She's got a bit of a cold at the minute, but so do I. I've I've not been sleeping that well because of the heat and stuff, and she's just been so crazy, arguing and being so argumentative, just being really irritating. And I just like stop being so crazy. I can't deal with it right now because I've got a lot of stress with workplace at college and stuff. She's not the only one that's got stress because she's got her college art exhibition thing, but it's not just all about her and all about her stress. We all get stressed, and she just needs to stop being so selfish at times. And yeah, I got my bag of stuff ready for college tomorrow and watch some episodes of Running Grace, Supernatural, and I started on Supernatural season 4, episode 1, where Dean comes out from hell, and I listened to a bit of Anya, listened to some Riverdale song covers that they've done. The Cheryl Blossom cover of You'll Never Walk Alone, the Liverpool theme song, is so spine-chillingly good. She's just got such a beautiful voice, and I've listened to that about a billion times, and also the Bittersweet Symphony cover they did, and I can't wait for next season of Riverdale to come out. Gutted about Shadowhunters finishing. They need to bring it back. I do not want them to finish Riverdale, not Riverdale, Shadowhunters, or Riverdale actually. I don't want them to finish either of them, or Supernatural, or any of my favourite shows, because they're just so good. And yeah, I hope that Supernatural lasts for a long time, and so does Riverdale. And I hope they can save the Shadowhunters because it's such a great show. And I played with my main Bluetooth doll and did a bit of doll photography. And I watched today's Home Neighbours and had a cup of tea and a snack. My dad went back to work, and I tidied my office up when I've been working on a new chapter to my book and some new songs and scripts and stories for the Dash game. And I watched the newest episode of Marvel's The Runaways, and watched the newest episode of season 2 of Ackley Bridge and Channel 4. It's School Holidays. It's so good, absolutely love it. And I also watched some other stuff off Record and Beeps Up That and catch up, and watched some classic Doctor episodes and some Skins and Waterloo Road episodes. And last night's Hollyoaks about mental health and about Alfie's illness where he was hearing voices and stuff, and it was so emotional. I had goosebumps and was even getting a little bit choked up. Hollyoaks are so good at tackling really hard hitting and daring storylines, and that's why I love that show so much. And I worked on some new songs, played on my keyboard a bit, and I did some colouring and some illustrating and some flash styling and paper making. And I played on Minecraft, Mario Kart on DS, and also played on Subway Surfer. And I am now off to go watch some more Supernatural episodes, sort my main Bleacher doll, and do a bit more doll photography and a bit more work on structure of my work. I hope you've all had a lovely week so far. Have a lovely Friday tomorrow, and I shall see you soon with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.